Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 4 of our top 5 keto eating mistakes. If you are joining us for the first time today, hi, welcome. My name is Emily Countryman. I am the owner of Ideal Wellness. We are a weight loss and wellness clinic. We have 5, almost 6 locations in Western Washington. They span from Linwood all the way up to Bellingham and out to the peninsula in Paulsbo. We also offer our program and coaching services virtually. So we see clients from throughout the United States. So if you are joining us today, drop a comment, say hi, let me know where you're coming from. If you have not watched day 1, 2, and 3, I would definitely recommend going back and watching that. If you want them all in one place so it's easy for you to watch, make sure you register for this event. We are sending out the replays, and we also have a really great workbook PDF that goes along with everything. We're going to be sending that out on Friday. It'll recap everything that we've done here, and it also has some really great keto eating recipes, some healthy nutritional ketosis style recipes. So you're going to want to grab that. You can get it at idealwellness.com/register. So just pop your name and email in there and you will get all the recordings and you will get that great workbook as well. I want to recap the last couple of days just real quickly. Also, if you have any questions at all on anything related to keto eating and weight loss, just drop them in the comments. You can also send them when you register. Just reply to that email and you can send them in. We are collecting all of those. We have a lot more Q&A to go over. You guys have been sending in fantastic questions. Tomorrow for day 5, I'm going to go over a little bit more of those Q&A, and then I'm probably going to pop back in on Monday and do a full Q&A. So if you have any questions at all, just let me know. But I wanted to recap real quick day 1, 2, and 3. Let me know in the comments if you have implemented any of these changes and if you've seen better weight loss. I know it's only been a few days, but you could have already noticed that by now. So day 1 was really the foundations. That top mistake was not understanding what ketosis is. A lot of us just kind of think, oh, keto, it's eating high fat, low carb. That's not totally true. So go back, watch day 1 if you're not totally aware of what ketosis is. Day number 2 was the top mistake, seeing people eat too much dietary fat. So hop back over to day number 2 if you missed that one. And then yesterday was day number 3, and that mistake was not meal planning or not journaling. So those two kind of go hand in hand, and I explained how I do it, and I can actually meal plan and meal journal basically at the same time. And studies show that people that journal, and this is on any weight loss program, not just ours, lose twice the weight of those that don't. So if you want a easy, less than 5 minutes a day way to double your weight loss, start journaling. So today's mistake, it's actually going to go with a little visual aid I have here. That mistake is eating foods that are too high on the glycemic index. So glycemic index is a rating score from 0 to 100. Basically, how high is that? What score on the index does that food have in raising your blood sugar? So sugar would be 100. It would be the top of that scale. Something like broccoli, for instance, it's around a 15. So when we eat foods that are too high, even though, they're quote healthy, like a banana, I think it's about 50 on that scale. So when we eat foods that are too high, we're constantly raising our blood sugar, which if we had a really great whole foods healthy diet and we had a banana here and there and we weren't doing a nutritional ketosis type of program, that's no problem. But it is a problem now because as North Americans, we have increased our sugar intake so drastically in the last 150 years that all of the sugar, our glycemic index is probably sky high over 100 now. We have gone from about 4 or 5 pounds of sugar per year back in early 1900s to now eating 150 to 200 pounds of sugar per year. That is an astonishing change. I don't know anything else that's increased. Could you even imagine what if that was your water intake every day or your protein? We wouldn't do that. We wouldn't be able to survive, and we're not surviving having that much sugar in our day. So just visually, if you're a visual person, think of a bag of sugar you would buy for baking. You'd buy it at the grocery store. They have 4-pound bags of sugar. So we had that in one whole year. So we kind of slowly dosed it out. You had a little candy cane at Christmas. You had a piece of cake at your birthday. You had one small slice of pie at Thanksgiving. We just had a little bit of sugar here and there. It was really a treat. Now we eat that bag of sugar in a week's time. So just let that sink in for a minute. That is how much sugar that we're eating. So what I'm going to show you today is explaining why foods that are so high on the glycemic index are causing us to gain weight. So if you are doing a nutritional ketogenic program, you are going to avoid foods that are too high on the glycemic index because they are going to spike your blood sugar, and that is what is causing us to gain weight. So it will completely prevent you from losing weight. So I'm going to pop this up here real quick. Hopefully you can see it. So this is a little slide that we made. This is what we show our clients at our clinic. We have it laminated in all the coaching rooms, and then we go over it multiple times. I would definitely recommend rewatching this video again. It takes a little while to really grasp this concept, but once you fully understand this, it will help you with your weight loss so dramatically. So we're going to start, let's think of this as a clock. We're going to start right at the 1 o'clock position there. It says eating food. So what this is, it's the sugar cycle. I call it the weight gain cycle also. So drop in the comments. Let me know if you've ever tried to cut out sugar before and how that felt for you. This is going to explain why it probably was not that fun. So we're going to start at around the 1 o'clock position there. We eat food. What is something we typically have for breakfast? We have a bagel, we have cereal, we have oatmeal, we have a donut, we have a pancake, we have a waffle, a Danish, a muffin, on and on and on. That is all foods that is high in carbs and sugars. Even if you say, well, I just have coffee. Do you have sugared coffee creamer in it? Hopefully not. But if you do, anything that you're eating at breakfast, it's going to spike the blood sugar. Now, unless, of course, you're somebody that's eating just eggs or a protein bar, depending on the protein bar. Some of them out there on the market are very high in carbs and sugars, and they are probably sky high on that glycemic index. So for the most part, our breakfast food, when we start eating first thing in the morning, is going to be high in carbs and sugar. So therefore, our blood sugar rises. Okay. Now the pancreas says, okay, we need to produce insulin because we see high blood sugar in the body. We need to lower that. That is the job of the pancreas. That is the job of the insulin, to lower the blood sugar, because high blood sugar is a danger to the body. It says, uh-oh, blood sugar is too high. We need to take care of this. So the body produces some insulin. Now let's remember, 100 plus years ago, this spike in blood sugar was a teeny tiny spike, just a tiny little blimp. So a little bit of insulin did the job. It allowed the blood sugar to go back down. We went about our day, everything was fine. But now keep in mind, I think of our pancreas as like a little hamster on a wheel in there, and our little hamster is running, cannot keep up because our blood sugar is so sky high all of the time because we now eat so much more sugar, so many more foods that are high in carbs and sugars. So our body says, okay, here's a little bit of insulin. Here's what you should need to be able to lower that blood sugar. However, our cells are now resistant to the insulin. We have insulin resistance. This is also a precursor to type 2 diabetes. So if you have ever been to the doctor and they say, hey, your blood sugar is a little bit high, you need to keep an eye on that. That is somebody with that's pre-diabetic, insulin resistant. This is very, very common. If you've never even been diagnosed with that, you probably have some sort of an insulin resistance just because our standard American diet or the North American diet is so high in carbs and sugars, so high on the glycemic index. So what happens is the body produces some insulin, tries to lower that blood sugar, but the cells are saying, nope, we've already been there, done that. They're resisting the insulin, right? They've kind of become immune to it, if you will. So the body says, well, what do I do next? I have to get this blood sugar down. The body cannot have high blood sugar. So the only other thing that insulin can do, it has the one magical key to the fat cell, goes over to the fat cell, unlocks it, opens the door, says, everybody come with me, puts everything in the fat cell, and the fat cell grows, right? The fat cells expand, we gain weight, the blood sugar crashes because we kind of went the roundabout, the back door way, rather than the body having level, steady blood sugar and just having a small spike in blood sugar, the right amount of insulin to lower it, and we go on with our day. We have overwhelmed our body with foods that are so high in the glycemic index that the insulin response and the cells are insulin resistant, the body just cannot keep up. So it says, okay, we're going to put you in this fat cell for now because I don't know what else to do with you. It's an emergency. It's a fire drill. I've got to get you out of the way because I need the body to lower its blood sugar because this is dangerous to the body. So it puts it into the fat cell. But again, because we kind of went the back doorway, the blood sugar crashes. This is why you probably have, if you are eating foods higher on the glycemic index, have those blood sugar spikes, crashes, spikes, crashes. That's when you think of the 2 p.m. energy or the sugar crash. You have an energy lull. You think, okay, I need to go grab something sugary. Why? Because now we're back at about the 11, 12 o'clock, if this is a clock here. The brain lives off sugar and you just crashed it. So it says, I need more sugar. So the cycle repeats itself. The body says, okay, let's go get a sugary coffee drink. Let's get a sugary energy drink. Let's grab the chips in the break room, the cookie in the break room, the pasta left over in the fridge. I mean, whatever we're grabbing, it's typically going to be high in carbs and high in sugar again. And the cycle repeats itself. So this is why it's the sugar cycle we also call the weight gain cycle, because as it's doing this, as you'll see again over by about the 9 o'clock there, the fat cell is growing each and every time. So it's really, really important that we analyze what we're eating. Again, back to yesterday's top mistake we see people making of not meal planning and not meal journaling, making sure we're not eating too many foods high in the glycemic index. I'm going to pop that down. Okay. So hopefully that made sense to everybody. If you have any questions at all on that, any questions at all just on the glycemic index in general, on that sugar cycle, the weight gain cycle, let me know. Drop it in the comments. We're checking these every day. Like I said, we're compiling a list of all the Q&A so we can answer it tomorrow or on our bonus call for Monday. So let me know if you have any questions. Again, if you have not registered, you can go to idealwellness.com/register. And that way you'll get the reminder for these calls and you will get the recordings of everything as well as the PDF workbook with some recipes in it and an overview of all of this in writing. So stay tuned. Tomorrow is day number 5. We've made it through the whole week and this is my absolute favorite topic tomorrow. When you change this one mistake, it will change everything for you. So the mistakes that I've gone over Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today, really great to help you on your weight loss journey. But the one for tomorrow is the number one mistake. Of course, we save the best for last that we see people making when they make this change. Boom, weight loss again, success, and weight maintenance, which is a huge deal because it's not just about losing weight, it's about maintaining that weight loss. So stay tuned for tomorrow's call. I will be back, same time, same place. Thanks.